doing now. This one has a little bit of the fill in right here underneath. You sort of can see it. I add a little piece of plastic just to fill that little spot there from the previous video. And what I'll do is I'll sand out a little bit more and add a little Tamiya putty in there, and it'll go away fairly nice. There's also this little piece of a line right there I never did see earlier, and that'll be sanded down and a little filler right there. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the color choice. And then on the sides, we're going to add the I'm thinking of doing the like a silver on the sides, just in this little section right around here. And yeah, it's turning out really nice. Very sharp looking little body. And anytime you do these paint jobs, you definitely want to paint the interior as well. So also the bottom. So because you can sort of see the bottom with the driver if it's sitting up in a static display or something like that. Now, I've also had other issues about the chassis. A couple of my friends want to know, how do you take the front bumper off the chassis if it's connected with these little springs? Because once they're on, they're really hard to get off. I know usually if you try to pull this off, you'll break the there's like a little nub of plastic that this little thing slides on, and guarantee you to try to get that off, you will break that. So I've learned. Now there is a sacrifice to pay in order to take this bumper off. It's not a horrible sacrifice, but it's the best way to do it. In all the years I've been doing these trucks, the best way to take this bumper off is to sacrifice one spring on there. But you can always add the spring back as long as you don't cut too far off. This particular truck, this chassis here, I'm going to take this off here and put new. I have other spring guards on the front, so I'm not so worried about that, because I'll just add another one later. But let me show you how we're going to do this. I'll put this here. Let's see. Now I've already cut one side of it off. You'll see it right here. See? And I just cut one little portion of it. And that way, if I want to go back and put it back on there, I can. Actually the bumper will move further in. I think actually looks really good. You just got to be careful the bumper doesn't tag the tire. But there's usually enough room on there if you just cut the third spring off, the third piece, then you have enough room or for clearance for the tire. And it also looks a lot better because the guard's a little closer to the body whenever the body's sitting on there. So it sits like that. So this comes a little closer in, which gives it a more realistic look, you know. All right, so let me just take a little twisty, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in order to get that thing off. So hang tight. So right here, and you notice I'm kind of just spinning it, and it's coming loose already. Coming loose, and pops right off. I'm able to save the bumper, and I'm able to save the plastic pieces. Then what I'll do is take me a vice grip, and that just spins right off when you clip it onto that. So that's how you're able to save the front right here, and you only sacrifice a few bits of this spring. So if I want to go ahead and do that, now in order the tool I use the Dremel right here with a little blade. Now I definitely recommend having some eye protection when you do cut these guys off. Yeah, so but the chassis is going to have to get a little bit restored I've got some issues right here that I'm gonna resort to. I got the Tamiya Frog body mounts that goes on these, and works really well, perfect. I just got to level these off, and then slide those in, and it works perfectly. So there you have it. I hope you guys' big bears are going well. I just got finished actually also doing the color of the seats and stuff like that, so that's getting done. The truck's turning out really well. So that's a few little tricks there. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to work on the transmission of these guys, and that's really fun. Alrighty, I hope you guys' big bears are going well. If you have any comments or anything like that, please feel free to drop them on the base on the bottom there. And alright, keep on Marui Big Bearing. Bye.